Welcome back, everybody. So today we're gonna go ahead and delve into the subject of wireless jamming. There are a lot of ways to do this. Surprisingly, there are really a lot of ways of doing this. I mean, a hilarious number of ways. But most of those ways include some external tools, hardware tools, which need to be either bought or constructed. And if you are interested, if there is enough interest, I'm gonna at some future point in time, I can basically take up some common household items and create a wireless jammer, which will pretty much permanently jam, or everything that works on the 2.4 frequency. There is no defense against this. The only defense against that would be the strength of the other person's antenna. If yours is significantly stronger, they're doomed. And it's not really that hard to make it. I mean, it just takes a lot of time and effort, but if there's enough interest, I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. However, today, I'm going to go ahead and show you a software way of doing this, a lot easier. And this is basically by just sending the deauthentication packets with aircrack. And you will, aside from just sending the deauthentication packets, there's the MDK3 or something like that tool, which I have researched in the past, and it overloads the access point with too many authentications. It's also not a bad way, but doesn't always work the way it generally would. This is a far safer option, and it works on pretty much every home router out there. Anyway, to begin with, you will require a compatible wireless interface. So I have config compatible wireless card. So it's not listed here. I have config-a will list all the interfaces, those that are up and down. And this is the one that I'm going to use. This is the one that I'm not going to use. This one that I have selected now is something that I have in my machine that is a built-in wireless device, which is completely unfit for the purpose. First of all, due to the drivers, and second of all, due to the incompatibility of the chipset with aircrack, complete incompatibility. So you do need a compatible wireless card. I am going to go ahead and use a USB wireless card, which I have acquired. I've got it from I think I ordered it from eBay or something like that. I generally don't use wireless here because it's a desktop workstation and I run it via cable. But I got this USB and now we're going to see how it actually works. And yes, you can use your built-in wireless cards as long as they are compatible. I have shown you a long time ago how to actually check for the compatibility of this hardware. Anyway, let's go ahead and proceed. So first of all, my interface is down and I want to bring it up. It should always be up. Why? Prior to the beginning of this, you should bring your interface up. Why? Because there can be significant problems. The interface might not be functional at all. Maybe you cannot bring it up, etc. You want to make sure it's functional, so just bring it up. If it flies like this, it's fine. Second of all, you might lose internet connection if you're connecting to the internet by using the same interface which we are about to start using, the wireless interface. If you have a wired connection and you're doing this over your wireless interface, you should be fine. You shouldn't lose connection. But if you're doing everything, but if you have the connection and if you wish to jam, etc. over this one interface with this one network card, this is going to be a problem. So I don't think that you'll be able to do that. You will get disconnected. Next up, we need to type in airmon-ng check. So no interfering processes found. But let me just go ahead and spawn them because I've tried to do this before and I got interrupted by some people. Restart network manager. And by the way, after you have, let me just show you, check. So after I've killed all these interfering processes, if you wish to bring them back, just restart the network manager. That's it. This is the way to bring everything back the way it was. So the first thing that I need to kill is the network manager. So PID 14586 586. And you can also run this kill all, but this doesn't always work. Okay, so it worked in this case because I've killed the network manager first. But if I didn't kill the network manager first, this would be a problem because these processes wouldn't actually disappear. They would be killed, but network manager would respawn them, which can be very problematic. Okay, so let's clear the screen. The next thing we need to do is actually set our interface into monitor mode. So airmon-ng start, and I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this name. Your name might be different. It probably will be different for the interface. Okay, and now it's in monitor mode. So let me go ahead and copy the name of this interface and type in aero dump-ng. And let's go ahead and perform a general scan of all the networks in the area. So this one is mine. Let me just go ahead and cancel this. So my domain, there we go. So I would like to see if there are any authenticated clients to this particular access point. Why am I looking for the authenticated clients? What does it matter? Well, for one thing, if I'm going to de-authenticate them, I would like to pretend that I am them. Second thing, if I am going to perform a de-authentication attack, the DOS attack via de-authentication, I want to make sure that there's actually somebody connected to that access point. A DOS attack doesn't make much sense if nobody is using that particular access point. So let's go ahead and perform that scan. /b SSID. I can also specify the channel, but no need. Okay, so wonderful. I have found a client which is authenticated to this access point. And if you have a phone or something like that you wish to de-authenticate, your own phone on your own wireless, if you're not seeing it here, but if you can see that the phone is actually connected, try browsing the web with your phone. Try doing something which requires network activity to occur, because it might be idle. It might be docile. It might not be doing anything with the phone, that is. So the next thing that we're going to do is use AirPlay. So no, actually, we're going to be sneaky. We shall pretend that we are this person. So now that we have conducted this scan, we shall type in airmon. Wait. I have it here somewhere. Yep. Airmon-ng stop. And this is airmon-ng. So we shall stop the monitor mode. We shall exit the monitor mode. If I type in ifconfig, yep, the interface is now down. We no longer have the monitor mode capabilities. So let me just go ahead and minimize this terminal because I'm going to need to use some of the information from above. Okay, so now we shall use the Mac changer. If you don't have Mac changer installed, just type in dnf install Mac changer, and that will install it. I have elaborated the subject before in greater detail. And now we shall type in, the interface actually needs to be down. So ifconfig, make sure that it is not listed here. If it is listed here, name of the interface, and then just type in down. So just type in the name of the interface and then type in down, and that's going to bring it down. And then type in Mac changer. And we're gonna type in M to give a very specific MAC address to ourselves. And this will be the MAC address of the device which we are trying to de-authenticate. So we're gonna type that in. And oh god, it's not here. Okay, oops, that cannot be there. I'm gonna do ifconfig-a to get the name of the interface, which I would like to use. And press enter. And that's going to give my interface a new MAC address, which is basically from this manufacturer now. Okay, now that we have actually done that, we need to utilize Airbot again. Start. And there we go. So now that Airmon is functional once again, we're gonna go ahead and use air replay-ng. We're gonna use -0, which specifies the amount of the authentication packet. So you can type in 100, I don't know, a very large number, but I'm gonna type in 0. 0 stands for pretty much jam indefinitely. So send the authentication packets indefinitely. And now I'm going to give the MAC address of the access point. So let me just go up here. It should be somewhere up here. There we go. So this is the MAC address of the access point. paste. And next up, I am going to go ahead and specify the MAC address of the client which I wish to de-authenticate, which is, again, me. So let me just copy it from above. And now I'm going to give it the name of the interface which I would like to use for this particular procedure. If you wish to jam everybody on the network, you can just omit this part here. But jamming everybody on the network is not as effective. Okay, so you might encounter problems. It's going to tell you that it's on channel 10, and this is going to just hang, or you're going to get something like this, no such BSSID available. Well, you cannot specify the channel of the interface like this from AirPlay, but it is possible to actually configure the channel of the interface. Why do we need to configure the channel of the interface? Well, if we just scroll back, you can see that this is functioning on channel 4, that this BSSID, that this access point is functioning on channel 4. Okay, let me just go ahead and expand this. Okay, so on channel 4. Okay. Let me go ahead and type in IW config space name of my interface. Oh my god. My throat is getting very dry. Let me go ahead and type in the name of this interface, and the next thing that we shall type in is channel. So this is going to be channel 4. Press enter, and then rerun the deauthentication. And there you go, it actually works. So it doesn't actually tell you here what the problem is. It just says no BSSID available, but that's because there is none on channel 10. Okay, so this is actually working now. My friend I have no way of demonstrating this to you, but trust me when I tell you that she does not have internet access at the moment, wireless access at the moment, because we have actually done trial runs several times over, and it actually deauthenticates her. She doesn't have any sort of access to the wireless. I have done this a good amount of times before. So on most routers, it's going to work. The channel is one of the problems which you might encounter that could present a problem, but it's basically an easy fix. When you are done, just press Ctrl+C, and if you wish to revert everything back the way it was, just use airmon-ng stop, the name of your monitoring interface, and then type in systemctl restart network manager, and that's it. So that's all you really need to do, and all of your settings will pretty much be reset, or should be in any case. Okay, I'm gonna bid you farewell here, and I hope to see you in the future. Do let me know if you would like me to construct an actual physical device out of household items to basically just create a Wi-Fi jammer as well. Bid you farewell.